nhuyễn hơn đến từ bên phía của G2 Esports. Ngày hôm nay cũng là một ngày cực kỳ quan trọng đối với cả Joggermore và cũng như là cực kỳ quan trọng đối với cả VALORANT nữa. Hai trong số những người thuyền trưởng của các thành viên bên phía của G2 Esports cùng với cả WATCHPARTY để mang G2 đến với cả trận chung kết tổng này.
Từng mảnh ghép một của G2 Esports họ đang gắn với nhau, phải gọi rằng là một mạch lạc. Và nếu như trong trường hợp mà G2 Esports giành chiến thắng, tức là nó sẽ giống như với những dự đoán của tôi, dự đoán của Sinh To Six cũng như là dự đoán của team media, thì nếu mà điều đó xảy ra thì chúng ta sẽ có lẽ là một điều không phải lúc nào chúng ta được nhìn thấy đâu. Đó là một đại diện đi lên từ Ascension nhưng lại vô địch một giải đấu tier thế giới, tier Master. Đây sẽ là một điều mà tôi tin rằng là cũng đang có khá nhiều bạn đang mong chờ. Và không biết là với trên các bạn khán giả tại CGV cũng như là bạn khán giả đang theo dõi qua YouTube thì các bạn nghĩ rằng ngày hôm nay cái tên nào sẽ là đại diện đứng số 1, sẽ là cái tên sẽ nâng chiếc cúp này? Thì hãy cho chúng tôi biết ý kiến của các bạn trên kênh chat. Bấm số 1 nếu bạn ủng hộ T1 và bấm số 2 nếu ủng hộ cho G2 Esports.
Tôi lại tưởng là bấm số 1 để bấm số 1.
Chỉ đơn thuần bởi vì tôi thấy mấy ông nó chọn T1 nên tôi chọn G2 Esports. Còn cá nhân tôi thấy là đội nào thắng cũng được. Và điều quan trọng nữa, với tôi quan trọng không phải đội nào thắng mà là chúng ta sẽ có đầy đủ cả 5 map thi đấu. Và nếu như có overtime thì càng tốt. Tôi là fan của gọi là một gọi là thể thao đẹp, một thứ gọi là thực sự căng thẳng đấy.
Một trận đấu hấp dẫn thì chắc chắn rằng là nó sẽ phải có những sự giằng co.
Đúng vậy,
nó phải có những sự giằng co và kịch bản nó chỉ có thể đến vậy thôi các bạn. Kịch bản nó chỉ có thể là 5 map thôi. Và sau 5 map chúng ta sẽ cùng tìm ra được người chiến thắng, người sẽ cầm về cái chiếc cúp của Master Bangkok 2025. Và chúng ta sẽ tới với bộ tướng, bộ agent mà sẽ được T1 cùng với cả G2 lựa chọn ở trong map phiếu Lotus này, và vẫn quyết tâm là sử dụng ISO trong tay của Meteor đến phía của T1.
Chúng ta có ISO, chúng ta có Race, hai con duelist phải nói rằng là cũng rất quen thuộc đối với các của T1 rồi, Sentinel, Cypher. Và nhìn qua thêm một chút chúng ta đã có thêm cả Omen cũng như là Sova. Đối với các của G2 Esports thì họ sẽ có sự khác biệt một chút, đó là mang vào quân bài đó Theo cũng như là vị trí của Bridge và cả Viper. Nhìn chung thì có nhìn với những lượt Asian pick thì chỉ có một sự lựa chọn trùng nhau duy nhất, đó là vị trí của Omen thôi. Còn lại tất cả đều khác nhau. Đồng nghĩa việc đó là cách vận hành và cách suy nghĩ, cách tiếp cận của đôi bên cũng đang là khác nhau.
Chắc chắn là như vậy rồi. Chúng ta đã nói qua về phía G1, bây giờ xin phép có những cái chia sẻ về phía G2 một chút. Tôi đang để ý đến một cái điểm rằng là G2 họ đang có được một cái bộ khung agent với rất nhiều chiêu thức mù và choáng. Yoru, Bridge, Omen, cái khả năng để có thể nhồi liên tiếp những tình huống mà khiến cho đối thủ rơi vào trạng thái mù lòa là hoàn toàn có từ phía của G2 Esports. Và chúng ta cũng đã có được một cái nhìn tôi nghĩ là quá là rõ nét về cách mà bên phía G2 Esports họ vận hành được cái bộ skill của các agent của mình ở trong trận đấu mà họ đối đầu cùng với cả Edward rồi. Vâng, đây là giải đấu, đây là trận đấu Global Grand Final đầu tiên không có bất cứ một cái tên nào nằm trong nhóm finalist của giải đấu Copenhagen năm 2022. Đây là những cái tên nó đang rất là mới, và đúng là chúng ta cũng đang được nhìn thấy những sự mới lạ ở tại Master Bangkok 2025. Và chúng ta sẽ tới với Pistol Round. G2 đang tràn vào bomb side C, mở cửa từ Meteor làm được 1. Meteor vẫn còn đó là Giáp. Do có một đội màu sắc đó Trent bắt được Meteor rồi, Jonopi bắt được sang với Izu với double kill, nhưng Izu bị lift đổi mạng ngay lập tức. Giao tranh cực kỳ hay nổ ra trước các bạn. Và bây giờ là 1v1.
Bắn nhau quá nhanh từ ngay những giây phút đầu tiên. Còn lại vị trí của Lift đến từ G2 Esports với C1 đó là Burst. Nào, vẫn có net trong tay, còn với Lift quyết định sẽ là di chuyển một góc để bắn nhau luôn. Và pha này tôi xong tôi đặt tâm sai, sự lựa chọn có phần đang là sai lầm từ vị trí của Lift và khởi đầu rất máu lửa đến từ C1 1-0.
Đó là cái mở đầu mà tất cả chúng ta đều được mong muốn được nhìn thấy, là một màn giao tranh thật sự là hấp dẫn, hai team va vào nhau, không có bất cứ một sự ngần ngại nào cả ở ngay khu vực C-Mount. Chúng ta hãy cùng nhau xem lại tình huống này. Bên phía của T1 họ quyết định sẽ có tình huống bánh mì kẹp thịt với hai thành viên ở khu vực cửa là Stax cùng với cả Meteor, nhưng Trent và Jonopi bắn tốt và sau đó cuối cùng là đưa về là Burst đối đầu cùng với cả Lead bên phía bên kia. Và chỉ có một người duy nhất giành được chiến thắng thôi, và đó là T1 mở điểm và Pistol Round. Ngay lập tức họ nâng cấp súng và ôi, G2 full stinger cộng giáp ở trong round thi đấu thứ hai, và đúng thật là một cái màn khởi đầu quá là hấp dẫn đến từ cả G2 và T1.
Quyết định là sẽ chơi cục luôn. Và round thi đấu đó thì cũng gọi là ăn mạng và hạ spy. Nào, đây cũng sẽ là với những cuộc stinger như này bắn tầm gần, đội của G2 Esports sẽ tạo ra được điều gì khác biệt. Cố gắng cùng nhau loanh quanh chiếm lại khu vực đó là Rumble. Nào, bắn nhau, Trent có một Trent double kill và Van cũng lên tiếng. Nhưng khẩu stinger của G2 Esports lại đang phát huy hiệu quả. Và liệu Stack đang bị kẹt lại ở đây, có bắt được ai không đây? 45 HP còn lại từ vị trí Stack. Và Izu không qua được Leaf. Một round thi đấu mà cái quyết định bài của G2 Esports là hoàn toàn đúng đắn.
Chỉ còn lại một mình Stax với 43 HP còn lại của Spider tại vực bom side B. Và những khẩu stinger của G2 thật sự đang rất mạnh ở trong round thi đấu này. Trent chỉ còn tầm một nửa máu, đó là Leaf lắc ra và Leaf ăn được điểm vào cú cuối cùng của Stax. Rất bất ngờ với sự lựa chọn của Josh RT, anh ấy đã đúng, Valin đã đúng và G2 giành chiến thắng, cân bằng tỷ số 1-1 mới chỉ sau 2 round thi đấu thôi, và đang thật sự là vô cùng căng thẳng tới từ cả G2 và T1. Và ui, bạn này nhạy cảm đến mức độ như vậy từ Valin.
Đã nhìn thấy trước đó và cứ thế.
Sight, Meteor with a nice getting ready to be overwhelmed as the salvos fly his way, trying to find a safe space. Just here on the corner, push in and somehow wins out the fight versus Valen. Time to jump. Isn't quite ready here for Chop, but
30 seconds left.
Meteor and Stax just to try to see if they can deal a little bit of additional damage. Shock Dart goes flying through, push out, and Stax getting a couple headshots across. See if we find a kill on the Jonopi. Meteor looking for a timing, swings the corner, gets a shot into the shoulder, but cannot find the kill. Jaw with the finisher will get G2 into the lead.
Well, for what it's worth, T1 does damage, but G2 here working the map really, really nicely. They start on the C side, they make a bunch of noise, that gets the rotations out of T1. They go over to A. It takes a little bit longer than they probably would have liked. They clear out Sylvan pretty effectively, but then they catch some of the players, or at least assume that some of the players went over to A side after the toxic screen goes up, but they're ready with the TP with Jog, with a couple players on the other side of the map, rotate back over to C. Izu does a nice job holding on, finding a kill, but already G2 showing a lot of variation in how they're going to approach this attacker side compared to maybe some of what they've done earlier. A lot of times they're happy to brawl against EDG. They fought for A rubble relentlessly.
Getting to the first real buy round here. Already some damage sent out, Buzz. Bounce those paint shells forward. Pushed away, Jonopi moving forward, trying to fill that space. As Buzz just going on the offensive, goes diving forward, but gonna be met with a headshot. A solid shutdown. Where's the Armageddon gonna be dodged out? The player advantage once more for G2 as they get the plant down on this B site. Shock darts flying, not finding much. Sylvan needing to be able to break through this connector door. Recon quickly cleared. No info gained here for the side of T1. Sylvan on the peak, able to find Jogamo. Still a player on the hard angle, and he's able to break through. Leaf taken down, swing on the corner, Valen trying to to keep them in this as another round of salvo is going to be sent out for Trent. A 1v3 just trying to play for time. Gets a headshot on the Sylvan on his stacks. The tap for Meteor. The time dwindling, ticking. Trent playing it beautifully. He will fall, but the round is theirs. What a monstrous clutch to keep G2 in the lead.
Oh my goodness. Trent has been so good this event. And a lot
What
of the
the
things
fuck,
I was
bro?
thinking about with
क्या
him
ही
isn't
trend
just
है
his
round
individual
निकाला है।
mechanics, it's the way that him and Jonah P pair their utility. And this time around, it's the Armageddon there that cuts off the rest of T1 from flooding in with Buzz. Buzz tries to get ahead of it, pays the price. Sylvan does a hell of a job to break through there. Great recognition of the angles of the close quarters fight that he was going to be in. But Trent spamming through the wall, finds two heads with the Guardian. And T1 left stunned. A Guardian and a Vandal of their own, some Sheriffs, so a little bit of a buy-up. Jogamo gonna go on a walkabout. Not gonna see much until he gets to see.
Shifting over, stealth drone as well, there to just go ahead and further spot out easy rotations starting to come through as he applies the pressure. Cage is up, but ends up getting blinded, and Meteor's there for the catch. Maybe anticipating or just happening upon that gate crash. Either way, happy little accident there for him. Buzz with the showstopper, able to find VALORANT. Leaf quickly shuts him down. Meteor off screen, however, able to find Trent. And we go into a 4v2 as T1 off the back of the Red Bull clutch from G2, trying to pull off a thrifty. Meteor just here, along the outskirts, finds the first, finds the second, instantaneous with the headshots. And with minor investments, T1 will answer back.
Man, Meteor's all over the map on this round. He finds where Jogamo is gonna come out of the dimensional drift, clears the teleport even, throws the ult right before the showstopper comes out. And he's got the Tejo, he's got Trent locked in there. And he's able to work his way through the Viper smoke to find those fine 2 kills. And Stax is letting him know, good job. And that was just a really proactive round there by T1. Good reactions to some of that pressure that G2 was trying to create. Some big ultimates there being used on both sides. Viper's pit gonna be there for Leaf if they can get there.
This gives them a big upper hand as far as the economy is concerned moving forward. G2 once again back to a couple stingers. Not the full send across the team. Always have to put respect on that weapon when it's in these players' hands. Somehow, some way, they just managed to make it hit different.
Dude, it is unreal what they can do with stingers. It is so impressive, and it gives them so much versatility. I mean, one of the most impressive things about G2 is just the wide range of guns that they're able to employ. I mean, you think about Leaf with the Outlaw, the stingers across the board. They're great with Sheriffs, they're great with rifles. They have so much that they can bring at you, and they're so aware of negative space. One of the best things about this team is just understanding when they've left space open. Just look at Leaf right now. He's double checking C, he's re-clearing Mound.
Paint shelf for Buzz here to try to delay. Swings under the corner, he's good for 2. Trent, however, answering right back as Buzz and Sylvan will hit the floor.
बज़ ने 2 लिया, सामने ट्रेंट ने
It's
2
going to be a
लिया।
weapon. 2 weapons, in fact, that can be picked up.
2 को लिया।
A bit more even firepower for G2. They look to maintain this lead.
लीफ
He's
ट्रेंड
still
है,
rolled away,
तब
wary
तक ये
about that late
राउंड
lurk
G2
potentially
के
there
पास
from
है।
Leaf, but he's here on the site. He's catching Stacks completely off guard.
ट्रेंड गया, राउंड गया।
Here, tucking back, swinging around over towards this drop side. Slides down the ramp.
मेट्रो
Double
में
face. Jonah P there to collect.
मेट्रो ही था जो इनको राउंड निकाल के दे
On the
सकता था।
shoulders of Izu.
तो
Try to tie it up at 3-3, but he's got to get a 1v3 to make that happen.
Player's weak. It's an opportunity if he can get Leaf.
And he cannot. A MasterCard thrifty. G2 keeping themselves out in front.
I don't know, bro.
Well, it wouldn't be a T1 match unless they were dropping against Thrifties. That tends to be something that has happened to them. To be fair, it was often against EDG. Both of them trading a lot of those Thrifty wins, but this is something that G2 excels
इनके
at.
पास बज़
Winning
और
in
ट्रेंड
Thrifties, again,
दोनों
it comes down to the way that they play
एक
together,
पावर
the way
बंदे
that they can
दोनों
utilize
सामने
some of
वाली
those weaker buys.
टीमों के पास एक
They're able to
का
brawl
है।
on Rubble. Trent, so good so far on that Tejo. 8-3-4 right now across the score line. This is going to bring a timeout from T1 early to try to reassess the situation. I mean, some decent ideas, but you got to figure out how you can avoid some of that damage from the stingers and things like that. And G2 is working the map. I would say T1's actually
क्या
moving with them
लगता है
pretty well.
कौन
Yeah.
जीतेगा?
They're getting beat at the punch. They're getting beat in firepower.
These last few moments in those rounds, that clutch from Trent. This one here, the 2 kills off the back of Buzz's heroics there at Rubble. T1 just letting these moments slip through their grasp.
ये
And he's so
मोमेंटम
dangerous in
शिफ्ट
so many
होगा
ways.
इस राउंड को.
I mean, I just have been floored with Trent. Watching him in Americas, watching the way he
T1
plays in this
भारी
event,
पड़ने वाली
whether it be
है.
on
कोई
solo or
भी जीते
Tejo,
अपनी टीम तो बाहर गई है.
he is
ये
so
देखने के लिए.
destructive because he's so good with his utility.
T1
And
के
him and
पास एक
Jonah P
अल्टेस हुआ था
combo,
और
the
G2 के पास
stuns
2
and the
अल्ट.
damages. I mean, you've
वाइपर
seen
का
so many
है वो
aftershock kills from Jonah
ओमन
P
कभी
because
दोनों
they're
इनको
able to
बहुत
combo
यूजफुल है.
off of Tejo's stun into that. Things like that are just so
दोनों
well
ही अल्ट
orchestrated. And they
बहुत
talked
ही
about it in one of their
यूजफुल है इस
interviews
राउंड के
that they
लिए.
just do it on the fly. They just figure it out because they've been playing together for so long that they just know. Just got that mind meld
अटैक कर
going.
रहे हो ना वो.
Get the hive mind online for a team.
वाइपर अल्ट मार देगा.
It's when they become the most dangerous team in the world, when they can become the best team in the
राउंड
world.
है.
G2 certainly want to prove here today. Quick exit there from Jaw. No damage taken. Stacks just playing forward here. Catch somebody off guard on a bit more of an open angle. Izu hearing that stealth drone moving forward. This one into the
प्लांट
smoke.
होगा आई
We'll look to
थिंक.
reposition.
ये
Really teasing this corner.
पे होगा या सी पे होगा. ए पे नहीं होगा.
So it's going to be Jogamo to try to lead the charge, though.
Ult है,
Stacks
कुछ नहीं
cannot
हो
line it up. IGL going to be taken down. One of the Guardians purchased out of their hands. Still decent firepower available to T1, but G2 continue to play this very slowly.
That's going to let T1 know to, figure out that B is a little bit empty, so they're actually rotating back to A. They have no idea. They've had no
कुछ
contact
किया ही
at
नहीं.
C either.
6 राउंड
It's
हो
just a
गए
pause
वहाँ
here from G2 that opens up the space they need to take this site
18
cleanly,
हो गए.
force T1 into a retake with bad numbers
हो
and
गया
a
इनका.
Viper's
बी
pin
पे अल्ट.
boot.
बी पे
As
प्लांट
Hagito
होगा.
flies, T1 get the bad news. Meteor trying to go on a timing, but Jogamo
GG.
locks on. Now the Vandal on the floor. 2 Sheriffs, a Guardian. Against a pit and a full 5 stack from G2. Pretty much impossible task for T1. The cam quickly gets cleared out. No vision gained.
ये राउंड G2
No
हार
advantage
जाए
eked
ना
out.
तो समझ
Picked up,
लेना
but
कहीं है
just
गेम.
spamming up in towards upper. Able to find one. Sylvan will be able to answer one back, but Trent quick to reply.
ना हारे भाई, मेरे को
It's
मालूम
not a flawless, but damn near one.
वाइपर का अल्ट
Easy to see if we
अटैक
can
में
find a
बहुत
little bit
यूजफुल
more.
है.
It's a nice headshot on the Jonah P, but G2 just overwhelming. Willing to just slow down the pace and constantly make T1 doubt to rethink their reads.
Yeah, I really like the game plan that G2 has come in with today. Something that T1 can kind of be guilty of is overcommitting or over-rotating. So if you play really patiently against them, reminds me a bit at times of what Vitality did to them in the opener of Swiss
तेजू
stage.
का ट्रेड
It
ट्रिक्स
throws
का
them
भी
off
अल्ट
guard.
है.
They're not really winning these Rubble fights. When they take them, they maybe come out even at best.
ट्रेंड का
And
भी
on top
अल्ट
of
है.
that,
लेली का भी
Just getting
अल्ट.
out-rotated at times. Valen going to be able to TP safely. No real congestion from the side of
ये
T1.
राउंड
Bit
देखने
of
में
util
मजा
thrown
आएगी.
that way. This time though, they've shifted Izu over
सोवा इस बार
towards A.
यूज
Left
करेगा.
Sylvan on the C
स्टैक
on his
सेल्ट
own.
करेगा और 2 को
3
लेगा.
players at B. Is this going to be some kind of attempt at a lurk here for Meteor? Or are they just going to try to crunch right outside of the doors?
Came over the top. The Armageddon to displace Izu. Tries to shift away. Staying tucked here for the moment. Stacks desperately trying to catch anyone here with this Hunter's Fury. Sylvan does find the late lurker. Leaf going to be
एक को
taken
भी
down.
नहीं अभी 2 को तो छोड़ो.
Called a
एक
pivot.
भी नहीं मारा बे
A
उसको.
lot less likely now. This Meteor does find Balin Jaw. Thinking about going for the push. Is able to do so. Breaks down that shield. Finds the headshot. Trent answering one back. But now finds himself here on his lonesome, spike in hand. Just sandwiched into tree. Paranoia flies his way. Avoids it, but thinks he confirms the kill. It's a little bit of a double take. Offsets the aim. Can't get it. T1
3 अल्ट है अभी.
answer
G2
back with a third round win.
Yeah, I like what T1 does here. They willingly give up that space. Let G2
3
use some of that util early.
यूज होंगे.
Great anti-lurking here from Sylvan.
ग्रीन
Good
का वो
awareness
यूज
and
होगा.
Meteor
डिफेंडिंग में होगा.
able to get the refresh on that shield as well.
तेजो का अटैकिंग में
Hiding around
होगा.
that corner. And the crossfire is really nice. Stacks his ult. Even though it doesn't really catch any damage, able to buy a lot of time for T1 to get
यदि
into
जगह
place
में तो
to
स्टार्टिंग में
stop
मार
that
देगा.
execute
तो
from even
तैयारी
happening.
बैठा है.
Now you've got another kill contract for Meteor. Rolling Thunder there for Jonah
मेरे
P.
को मालूम था
Another dimensional drift for Jaw.
ये इसका मेन काम ही है G2 के अंदर साइड
One of the
क्लियर
trips getting
करना
cleared, the other one still situated there in
साइड
front of
क्लियर
Waterfall.
से लेकिन बहुत सही वाले करता है
Makes the call, says sights all opened up. Looking for that double
Wow.
damage, and Izu does play off a nice
ओए
spam.
क्या सीन
As here comes the kill contract,
बस
Valen.
वही गया मेटू
Fragging IGL, can he find it? The answer's no. Meteor
वाह
able to pick him apart, and now T1 full forces here. Leaf on a very late lurk, needs
nice
Jonah
one,
P
nice one, nice one.
to buy some time, and Buzz is here with a backstab.
हो गया round
T1 already very aware. Izu's been watching this angle for quite some time. Stacks as well.
इनका एक कल्ट
From
मारा
Waterfall.
फिर भी कुछ रन के कल्ट
His
में पूरा
eyes in
राउंड ले
this
लिया
general direction, and it's actually going to be Leaf who wins it, down to 10 HP.
Yeah, eats quite a bit of damage, though. And that's likely just going to lead to the call. Go for the save, hold on to the weapon. Cash-wise for G2, it's not strong. Need to try to retain this one.
पे गिरा है
T1.
स्पाइक पे ही
I think
बैठा
given who they're going up against, more than happy, even though he's down to 10 HP, to not go hunting.
Yeah, I think this is
है
one you can let go. Leaf has
G2
been
GG
way too good this
G2
year.
GG
Don't want to challenge that. Unless you felt like maybe Buzz, you could send him out to get the alt orb with the extra cash that he has, but still, T1 also in a situation where a few of the players, the money isn't great, so
G2
hold on,
DG
get this round,
G1
try to see if you can get things back to even here.
क्या नाम है
This
T1
has been
G2
a great back and forth so far from
1-2,
both of these
1-2
teams. And again,
position
T1
पे
playing with tremendous patience, letting those hits come, and before the spike can get planted, that's when they start their attack. That's when they throw out the vulnerable. Izu combos with a spray through the smoke to find the kill, to kick things off, and that completely slows everything down. And then you're not able to get that rolling thunder going because you got another player who's grabbed in the ult from Izu, or excuse me, from Meteor.
Upinder
So everything kind of just crumbling piece by piece there for G2. Never really able to get that execute that they were looking for off the back of Jog's ult.
Well, now a timeout called from the side of G2. Clearly not happy that T1 getting back into the driver's seat here, making this a bit more contentious. Knowing that they need to have that advantage from the attacker side before they shift over to the defense. And this has been such a strong map for G2 throughout this year, not dropping it. They don't want to start here today, not in the grand final.
Well, they've got multiple maps in this pool that they haven't dropped yet this year. The crazy thing is that actually these two teams, their map pools square up pretty nicely in terms of what they like to play, what they don't like to play. I mean, the fact that Fracture is a man here for the side of G2
कौन जीतना
is
चाहिए
like crazy. You know, T1 has to be thanking them, thanking their
टक्कर
lucky
सही
stars
दे
a
रहे
little
एक
bit. That
दूसरे
has
को
been one of their worst
यहाँ
maps
पे
this year,
T1
to be
के पास
frank.
एक अल्ट
But the
G2
rest
के
of
पास
it,
दो
the way
अल्ट
through looks really good for both
Wow.
squads. So this should be a very, very tough fought match,
Nice.
tooth and nail the whole way through. So far, it's been living up to that.
You can already see the parity between the kills for the most part here.
यूजू कॉल
Meteor,
यूज नहीं
Trent
होगा इस राउंड में
out in front for their respective teams. Once again, T1 eyeing up
आई
this
थिंक
fight
नहीं
over
होगा
Rubble just a
फिर
bit.
क्या मालूम अगर दो बंदे
Heavily
गए
committing to this one.
T1 के तो यूज होगा
They just do stay back a bit as
otherwise
Valen swinging
not
in.
useful
Tries to put
wow
that cigarette use to
wow
take
bro
Sylvan so very low, but can't quite confirm that kill.
So fast with them, too. Jog just going to TP back. Jonah Pete
nice
watching to see if anybody's going to be chasing. Paranoia there to clear space.
Where
and
is
here
होगा तो
go
अल्ट मार के
Meteor
वो
and
कर
Buzz
सकता
thinking
था
about making a push. They're going to back
प्लांटिंग
off.
Got the
लेकिन वो
undercuts out
ऑप्शन
as well.
चला गया अब G2 के पास इसलिए G2 को अटैकिंग करके ही उसको प्लान
So we
करना
got that
पड़ेगा
poison orb clearing out. The
जिसकी
tripwire
वजह से
Izu
यूजो
once
अपने
again
अल्ट
alone
से
here on the
उनकी
C site.
लोकेशन रिवील
The
कर
stun.
सकता है
Getting the daze flash going to be avoided.
और
Everything
धोन
kind of
पे अल्ट
flying
मार
his
के
way. Swings around the pillar
Leaf
into the
को
cyber
भी
cage
रोक
once
सकता
again.
है
Izu, he's
पॉसिबिलिटी
been so
बहुत
successful
सारी
with this, but this time it's red and shut
लो
down.
एक पॉसिबिलिटी
The
तो
Royals
गई
are at the ready over
Izu
towards
is
Waterfall.
gone
That's gonna connect. Well, just about two players and Leaf turning back
what
towards that defender's side access. He's able to find Meteor
पूरी मैच
G2.
पलट गई बे
off the timeout call. Looking to turn the tides here.
वाओ
Buzz is
बस
able to find
बस
Trent.
बस
He
ऑलवेज
stacks.
बस बजर दवा ही देता है
Long time cohort will both die together. What a
कोई
shot from
मतलब ही नहीं रहा
Jonah P.
उसके अल्ट का
Jaw of screen picking up the 3K.
राउंड तो चला गया
And
G2
G2
ले जाएगी भी ये
getting
टूर्नामेंट
themselves up to 6.
And And it's the pace.
क्या हिला रहा है क्या
The
ये?
change of pace here. A lot of times when they've been rotating, they've been a little bit slower. They've been taking their time. They've been methodical. This time it's just go, go, go to C. Right after a bit of a congestion for the A side. They didn't like what they saw. Immediately rotated the other direction, put some pressure on Izu, and T1 figured it out a little bit too late. And Izu couldn't find much value. He bought a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, D2 just swarmed him, took him out, got the plant down, used that rolling thunder to buy some extra time, some extra space, and even got a showstopper out of T1 to end that round. That is a big, big victory for them. And the money going to be very weak here for T1 if they can't win this round. Buzz on 0 credits, a few players at 100. So this is a very pivotal round. It could end up being an 8-4 for G2 if they win this one to start this opening match of Masters Bangkok.
Similar setup here, Buzz. Just about able to find the shots here, but down to 5 HP. Somehow dances around those bullets out from Leaf. Paint shells just go ahead and shove G2 back in the opposite direction. Now they're going to fan out. 2 towards Mound, 2 in towards B. Cam set up on the corner inside of this B site. Zizu doesn't have any eyes or ears. Out over towards C. A note there on the stacks, the stealth drone pushing forward, not spotting much of anything. Buzz trying to go for a timing with Leaf, just a little bit faster, able to find it. Scales forward here into the site. Gets himself over towards that connector door.
30 seconds left.
Shorty in hand. Push onto the corner. Sylvan not ready for it at all. Gets cut down. Izu frantically dancing around. 10 HP remaining. Just trying to bait here. Trying to buy some space for Meteor.
गए
Cannot hold the line. The B site now open. The plant can come through. Zizu swinging all the way around over towards upper. And now he has everything to do.
इजू कर ले जा अल्ट को कर ले जा यहाँ से दाल में डालना फिर हिलाना
As they get ready to go into the last round here of the half. Does manage to snap on to find one. Trent eliminated, but looks like he's just going to take that kill and get out. G2. Back-to-back rounds that guarantee an advantage in the half.
They're spreading the map so nicely here, and it's really confusing T1. Even though T1 wins the early fight, G2 is able to take a lot of space towards B and towards C. They're never really comfortable on figuring out exactly which way they wanted to go. And then Leaf able to best Sylvan this time around in the lurk battle. Opens up a huge crossfire towards Stacks. He is left on an island. Meteor trying to get through to help him out, but can never really find the comfort when those doors towards B are opened. So what is this buy going to look like here for T1? Looks like a Guardian for Izu. Kind of curious what else they're going to be able to scrape together. Nice paranoia. The initial shots just a little bit off for Buzz, actually. Gave Jog a chance there. Leaf so good in this round. So ready for the angles that T1 was going to want to take to try to reinforce the other side of the map. Shutting him out pretty well. And a little bit of a pause.
Yep. Looks like we do have a tech pause. Our best detectives are on it. Hopefully, quick one so we can get into this last round of the half. G2, like you were saying, potential for that 8-4 start here on Lotus. T1, they can recover it to a 7-5 on the defender side, given the composition. I'd say that it is still pretty well in hand, pretty well possible.
It'd be well within their grasp, for sure. With the way that we've seen them play this map, with how well they really played on the attacker side yesterday, in particular against EDG. I mean, I think it was like a couple maps where EDG was only able to get, 5 rounds on their defender side total. It was just really oppressive what T1 could do there.
Well, just a little bit of a heartbeat issue there. Seems like everything is good to go. Now we go ahead.
Let's go, guys.
This half is going to conclude. Dimensional drift available here for Jaw. The buy, as you were talking about, kind of all over the place. A glass cannon Guardian here for the side of Buzz. Looking like something on Bind from last year.
They're not willing to contest Rubble at all. Checking to see how far up exactly they pushed with that boombot. Stealth drone to check. Sometimes Buzz likes to go onto the other side of the rubble there, so it's wise to clear that space before you move through. Just a little bit of a TP to see if they can bait out some players of T1 to make an aggro risky peek, but T1 this time going to be disciplined. One of the things they're going to really need to dig deep here today with what G2 has shown so far. They're playing patient, they're playing slow. T1 needs to be able to match that, or find ways to just turn the screws on them and just turn up the tempo. Sylvan just going on a fact-finding mission. Jogamo going to respond in kind with the dimensional drift. He's going way deep.
That lurk from Leaf still here in case they want to go for the pivot. It looks like they're going to try to do that. Smoke over onto upper. Snake bite out. Leaf with some spray. And the Meteor just going to be overwhelmed trying to escape. Mizu able to find one. The neural theft now going to be invested 4v4. Stacks able to get himself a weapon upgrade. With those ping reveals, no real way to try to play off of this information. T1 able to just cursory idea of the positioning here from G2.
Buzz is going to have to go huge here. Still 2 blast packs to open up some space, but G2 has given up that space to set up these crossfires.
Time is ticking. They're still not even really stepping into the site. Buzz now trying to start to go for it. Trying to play anti-flash here. He's just keeping his eyes over towards that connected door, but as he swings back in alongside VALORANT, Buzz is going to be taken down, and VALORANT is taken over. 3 kills from the IGL. Secures a 4-round lead for G2 at the half.
Just brilliant game plans coming in here for this attacker side for G2. Patience pays off. It pays dividends. As G2 has an 8-4 lead going into the half.
T1 maybe starting to sweat a little bit. You know that this is your opponent's map pick, but it also is a strong map for them. Need to be able to rally back on that attacker side. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it. See if they can pick up another pistol round, but 4 rounds after closing a pistol, not the scoreline you want to be seeing if you are T1 rather. But now, as we go into the halftime break, we have a very special guest standing by. You always love to see him. It's the one and only Ben Kai.
สวัสดีครับโอ้โหกลับมาอีกแล้วนะครับผมในช่วงฮาล์ฟไทม์นะครับผมหรือว่าพักครึ่งแล้ววันนี้เรามีแขกรับเชิญพิเศษอีกแล้วครับผม Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Ben Kai คำถามแรกเลยที่ผมอยากถามเบงไคนะครับผมอยากรู้ว่าเมื่อกี้เนี่ยเขาเพิ่งมี walk out มาใช่ไหมก็คือว่าเป็นการเปิดตัวนักแข่งถ้าเกิดว่าใครดู VALORANT มานานจะรู้นะครับว่าเขาเป็นคนที่มีศิลปะเรื่องนี้มากเลยอยากรู้ว่ามีคำแนะนำอะไรหรือเปล่านะครับผมเบงไค as we all know I think I consider you as one of the players who have the master of walkouts. You've mastered the art of walkouts. Is there any recommendations or advice for the walkouts?
I mean, the last time I played against G2, I walked out as a penguin, so I thought that would inspire them or something. But it was so like, I don't know what to think about their walkout.
Alright ก็สำหรับเขาบอกว่าครั้งที่แล้วที่ไปพ่ายแพ้ให้กับ G2 นะครับก็เดินออกมาเป็นเพนกวินเนาะก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันว่าทำไมไม่มีอะไรประมาณนั้นนะครับผมเป็น walk out ที่ธรรมดานะครับผม and yeah just one more question which team are you rooting for อยากรู้ว่าชนะคิดว่าทีมไหนจะชนะนะครับ
I mean, I'm dressed very appropriately because I came to pay my respects to G2.
Wow โอเคนะครับผมก็ใส่ที่แต่งตัวเรียบร้อยมานะครับผมก็เพราะว่าอยากที่จะให้เกียรติ G2 นะครับผมก็ไม่รู้ว่าจะหมายความว่ายังไงนะครับแต่อย่างไรก็ตามเดี๋ยวเรากลับไปเกมครับผม Ladies and gentlemen that will be it for now we'll go back to the game
Always love to see him. We'll see though if it's going to be respecting G2 as Masters winners or if it's going to be putting them 6 feet under.
Well, it's a very strong start for G2. Let's see what T1's got dialed up here. G2 already looking to really gum up the works, either towards B or towards C mound, and that's the direction that T1 is going to be leaning. You've got both the Breach and the Taeho util available to slow this hit down. Stacks wants to check with the recon, but the smokes out front dissuade T1 from continuing down that path. Izu, in the meantime, has taken a ton of space, but that's going to get checked and cleared.
Stealth drone will shove him back. Now, Salvo's pushing him into the open. Isu just gonna be picked off, even some damage there. Now on to Buzz. Already the round well poised to go the way of G2.
Those combos are so good. The way they set those up, the timings they have. On the fly, just so brilliant from G2.
One shock to back sight, nothing there to receive it. Jaw, however, on the corner. A one tap on the Meteor, finishes off Buzz. Tips of the spear, eliminated stacks. Finds one, but is immediately traded out. Now it's down to Sylvan. He is created by Leaf on the flank, and that is going to be a pistol going the way of G2. 1-1 in that regard, but after closing out the eco round in the first half, they're so well poised to claim Lotus as their own.
There it is again. Just the combo utility from Trent. Gets you a free kill basically, and it was right at the moment that T1 was trying to come through the door to help Izu out. And it completely stalls the space take from them. And then it just all falls apart. G2 is able to get into those positions to deny the plant. And T1 is left with just a Sheriff for Meteor as their buy.
Down at this range, somehow he's still so very favored. Put stacks down to 40, Meteor trying to intrude on that B site. Met by 2, quickly falls.
And the Stingers are annoying against ISO as well, because they're going to deal with that shield very quickly. So in that regard, G2 has a bit of an upper hand. Jog with the Outlaw. Usually you see Leaf with it, but with him being on the Viper, gonna go for the Duelist instead.
Can he get him on the peak? He absolutely can. Snappy there from Jaw. Takes a little bit of damage, able to exit. Sylvan cannot find a catch. Leaf stays alive. Orb is going to be picked up here by Buzz as he tries to get that showstopper online. Hugs along the wall. Manages to collect them both. Wow. Leaf Trent going to be eliminated now. Buzz, a recovered Bulldog, asked to do absolutely everything, and Jaw's just stomping on him.
What a round from Jog. Doing great work with the Outlaw. And then breaking Buzz's angles at the end. He is so tricky on this Yoru. One of my favorite to watch in the world, just in terms of how he's able to TP around you, how he's able to use information against you. A lot of times you're seeing him work off the toxic screen. This time, he's just waiting. Gets the kill. There's a smoke there. TP's right back. I mean, Buzz is kind of ready for it, but it didn't matter. He was bunny hopping his way towards him.
Oh my god!
yeah, I agree.
Even the coaching staff, and that's the thing, Jogamo gets going, no one is ready for him. Hard to get a read on what he's gonna do, because he doesn't have a plan, he just sends it. And oftentimes it is working out for him. Gets those salvos once again. So much value, Sylvan at 41, Buzz 29. Meteor not gonna be able to get any kind of reset here on that double tap. Buzz around the back, trying to watch this position. Scales forward in front of the smoke, does manage to actually catch Valen off guard. Down to 6 HP. Zizu tries to break things open through this connector into the B site. Dodges the stun, forces Trent away. And got Jonah P. He's out here within the smoke, the fake out. Pops just in case, and Jonah does get taken down. Continued spam here, maybe Izu anticipating that Jaw was going to be pushing up the back of his own fake out. Comes away with a free gifted kill.
I like the tap of the door here to sell that you're still going A. That's kept G2 planted, looking that direction, while T1 moves in the other. They're screaming over towards C. B, though, gonna be checked and cleared by Leaf. Buzz just holding there, looking for the potential lurk. Izu going on a bit of a walkabout himself.
Double flankers available here for T1, but Leaf is now starting to get himself in position.
Really,
still just that stinger in hand, does get smoked off here at Waterfall.
Took a long time to get here, man.
Paranoia now sent Buzz on the move. Izu just gonna rotate back across through main. There's the salvos once again. They're trying to delay. 8 seconds remaining here. There's the push. There's the spike dropped. And I don't think they have the time. They need the stinger right now. They just can't get it done. Everyone is dying, falling to the wayside. Stinger Vandal doesn't matter. Leaf is just different. G2 get to 11.
Unbelievable stuff from G2. But it's the time that works against T1. They're able to pretty effectively sell a fake, but they don't have a ton of information on what's going on the other side of the map. So they slow walk almost the whole way from A to C, and that buys enough time for G2 to get the read, to get to the other side, and wipe T1 out of this round, probably out of this map.
Bracelets!
They all want the MVP. They all want the MVP.
We'll see. Right now, still very much up for grabs. Still a lot more Valorant that needs to be played before somebody can claim it, but G2, they want that 1-0 start. They want dominance. They want to send T1 reeling backstage from a devastating loss.
Wow, this is so tough now. Jonah P, what a position.
No way to read. They are everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. Omnipresent on the map. Izu answers one back, stops it from being a flawless, but that is as good as it gets. Map point now for G2.
I mean, there's just nothing that T1 could do well. They can't win the rubble fights. The util just too oppressive. The crossfire is so good. And even with the paranoia hitting, Sylvan takes such a tight angle around rubble. He gets cut down instantly. For the rest of T1, fall like a house of cards. 2 puffed and blew them away. And this has been quite a shocking start. It looked so good. It was 4-5 at one point. It looked like it was going to be a banger back and forth. And then since then, G2 has just run away with 7 rounds in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. 7 rounds in a row, the fans here passionately cheering for G2. Final timeout call from T1 to see if they can get anything that they can then glean and try to push forward into the second map here of this series. But economy, once again, not going to be in a very strong place. There's a showstopper, a neural theft. Jog him on the opposite side. Dimensional drift.
It's a bit reminiscent of the way things went against DDG for T1 on that split, where they were just kind of getting blown out, and then they were able to string a few more rounds together, get some confidence in the next map, make it a series. But right here, right now, you know, it's all about just that momentum, just trying to find a few round wins, you know, a big play from one of your big playmakers, Buzz, Meteor, who knows, Izu, Sylvan, everybody's got the potential. A little bit of a congestion towards the back of rubble, but so far, no real play off of it for G2. They're tucked firmly behind. T1 should just accelerate here. They have met 0 resistance.
And they are going to go pushing forward. Trent is pulling back, trying to get everybody rotated into position. Izu trying to go for a lurk. About to walk forward into B, but Leaf once again swoops out, finds a kill. That much more pressure here on Izu to try to deliver. Showstopper, point blank. Trent going to be taken down. Valen able to find one. It's now a 3v3 with the dimensional drift in play, but Buzz takes on the opposing captain. Jaw trying to lead the charge here, but now realizes that he's all on his lonesome. Goes pushing out, trying to go for the shorty. This time, Buzz is well prepared. T1 will break the round win streak here from G2. But from here on out, they now need the streak 7 in a row to get it into overtime.
Certainly seems like a almost impossible mountain to climb for T1. Good round here. Able to, again, just make some good decisions off of the space being given up. Just make a confident play. Get in there. Send Izu on the lurk. Gonna simplify the round a little bit. They're able to come through with a pretty clean win. But Buzz
just has to continue going forward. There's the spam out. The recon from Stacks revealing so many, but with Buzz dead, there's no one to try to play off the information. Jonah P now lingering here within the smoke, backing off, anticipating a retap on the door. Pushing, guiding Meteor forward through connector Trent on this right side angle. Try to intercept and shut down. Shifts over towards upper. Push over the corner. Some damage going to be exchanged here. Looking for the stun, and he just re-peeks it. Meteor desperately trying to get away, but cannot. As Trent looks to hold this down. Make make it unassailable. Just Stacks and Sylvan remaining. A 2v5, a desperate bid to try to keep this map going. Sylvan will find the first, but he eats so much damage. It's an easy grab for Leaf as he looks for the second and final kill here on Lotus. A bit more fight here, it would seem. And Valen will go ahead and put them down. 13-5 G2, making a statement on their map pick of Lotus.
Absolute destruction here. They had T1's number so well throughout this.
T1 needing to rally back. They have their map pick of Haven coming up, but G2 have clearly been doing their homework. We'll see what happens when we come back after the break.
NT, let's go! They're already shook. It's a marathon. Take advantage of it. Guys, not even close. Go, Jota, go, Jota, go, Jota, go. Just let me work. I'm gonna go. Nice, Jake! I'm in the game, baby. Bracelet, bracelet, bracelet! Bracelets!